Morning, Jim.
Good morning. How are you? Hey, that's not a long sleeve. I thought all of yours were long sleeves.
I've got a couple short sleeve. I just hadn't done laundry, and the long sleeve is dirty.
How's Moose?
It's good, real good.
Is he learning not to chew up all your shit yet?
Yes, he's actually getting really good at it.
That's good. Do you have 2 dogs now, or are you watching somebody else's?
It's Heather's.
Oh. Do they get along?
Yeah. Where is everybody?
I thought that was interesting. We had a lot of people on last night, but it was apparently canceled.
Yeah, I don't know how I got canceled. I got to retrain the system, or I'll just set up a recurring text to go out. That might be better.
Good morning, Kayla.
Good morning. My video doesn't want to work. I don't know what's going on.
Where is that photo taken at? That's a cool shot.
On David's balcony, like in the office here.
Oh, okay.
There's cars in the background and everything. It's a really professional photo.
Nice.
Can't even tell.
What's not seen is that I was actually joking that I was gonna like jump off of it, and then we were like pretending like, oh no, we're taking pictures.
Good morning, Robin.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mara. I love you. Every day it seems like you have a different name.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just involved in a lot of groups. Yes, between church and the compassion group and this, yeah, I have plenty of Zoom meetings every week. Good morning.
Good morning,
There
Mara.
she is.
Sorry, guys. I'll just speak.
Good morning, Stephanie.
Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Mara. Hey, Kayla. Hey, Robin. Hey,
Good
Jason.
morning.
Ayla gonna join us today?
I'm sure we'll have a couple. It's Friday. Fridays are always a low, slow creep on.
Hey, guys. Can I ask a real quick question?
No.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask a slow question.
That quarterly meeting today, are we gonna get like a little text or something? I'm not quite sure where to log into that.
If you registered on the Zoom, that's all managed with Teresa Barnaby and Chris Inman. So I would search your messages for that because we just we just set it up, but we're not actually hosting that one.
Oh,
But
okay.
let me email Teresa right now and see if they can make sure that everybody's gotten a link for that.
Okay, I did register, so that's good to know. So I will like look back at my confirmation sort of thing. So thanks, Kayla.
Kayla, are we having a quarterly meeting anytime soon?
So the reason why we didn't do the quarterly meeting is since we've just been doing our team meetings and it's been everybody together. So all the information that we are releasing at team meeting would be equivalent to what we would do at a quarterly meeting. So to be respectful of everybody's time, we just offered the CE as we just had team meeting on Wednesday.
Okay, thank you for that update.
Okay, wait a second. So there's no quarterly meeting today. It's just the CE a little bit later.
Yep, free CE from 10 to 1.
Okay, so nothing at 8:30. Okay, cool. Well, hey, I'm glad. Okay, gotcha. Thanks. Okie dokie. How's everybody's week been? I want to hear some awesome sunshine.
This is where you guys can jump in.
You tell us, Stephanie. You've got sunshine all over the place.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, it's been a great week. Well, so I've just kind of been on my own for a couple of days. Jesse's been out of town, but I had my mom to help me, but he's coming back later today. So I guess we thrived and we're doing great. We did all our phone calls and just finding lots of fun faces and people to lift up our days.
Good, thanks for sharing. You got a busy one there.
Good morning, everyone.
Oh, good morning.
I love the consistency. Red Shirt Fridays, gotta love it. Ellen missed the ball. It's okay. She's a rebel. Thank you, Ellen, for taking over yesterday. I appreciate it. I had to be out somewhere else, so the fill-in is nice and awesome. All right, let's work around some things. We need to start working and really focusing on picking up some listings. This is the time of year we need to fill the database for pipelines full of those beautiful signs in the yard. Where do you need help? Finding them, right? Step one, right? Step one, finding them.
Yes.
Can you call your friends and ask them? Have you?
Yep.
Have you?
Yeah.
Called all of your friends?
Not all of them.
Okay.
Not all of them. No.
It's the whole point of our database is to get out there. That's the easiest and cheapest way to find leads is to pick up your phone and call your friends and say, hey, how you been? How's your kids? How's the family? How things going? What are you doing to stay busy? What are you guys going to do when this all ends? How's work? Boom. Who do you know that's exhibiting signs of wanting to move? I've got 400 buyers in my brokerage right now that do not have houses, and we need to find them some.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at the 3 things that each buying and selling type are looking for. What are buyers looking for?
Place to buy.
A place to buy. What are renters looking for?
Place to rent.
A place to rent. What are sellers looking for?
Place to sell.
Buy their house.
Buyers.
Buy their house.
If we have one of the 2, can't we pair them together? There are a ton of people out there. I have never seen so many FSBOs in my days right now because the market's hot. Everybody thinks that they can be a real estate agent. Everybody thinks that I'm just going to put my house online. It's going to sell in 3 days. Okay, Susan. I don't think that's accurate, but good luck. Now, we know the do not call list has that one characteristic that if there's a for sale by owner, we can call them if we have a client interested. I'm pretty sure you have a client that works with every price range in the market. From 90,000 to 1.9 million. We have listings out there. We got for sale by owners out there. We often skate by those, right? Because they're a little difficult. They're not as easy. We may not get paid. Is that kind of like, I'm feeling that might be a little bit of our limiting beliefs on those. Shake a head if you believe it. Yeah. Do you guys know what form to present to a for sale by owner to make sure you get paid? Robin does. Hold on, Robin. Is that might be one of the reasons why you may not take action? This is not the Dan Caldwell show, guys. This is all you guys.
Okay, what's the name of the form, Smarty?
So I know the right form, but I don't know how to have that conversation initially and the timing of that conversation with that seller.
Perfect. The form is the unrepresented seller compensation agreement.
A what?
Unrepresented seller
Ah,
compensation agreement.
unrepresented.
Unrepresented. All you got to remember is unrepresented. Now, that's a very good question, Robin. When do we bring that up in conversation? I'm going to ask you guys, be bold.
I do ask it right away. What's the point? Otherwise, I call FSBO and, hey, are you willing to pay the buyer's commission? You know, yeah, it's not that difficult because most of them say yes.
Are you cooperating with agents? Well, what does that mean? It means that you're willing to pay the commission on the buyer side. There was a FSBO online in Robin's neighborhood. She had me look it up, do a comp on it. The buyer commission was $1. So you've got some dick. I can't use the word right. Derelict sellers out there that will say, yeah, I'll pay a buyer's agent because Johnny on the spot's like, I'm going to pay him $1.
Yep.
You, sir, are a jerk. But that's why you want to have that agreement. You want to make sure you have that conversation. Okay, great. What are you cooperating with? You can have that conversation right up front. Ring, ring. Hey, Miss Robbins, Big Dan Caldwell, Keller Williams. How are you? I see that you got this lovely house for sale on 123 Main Street. How has traction been for you? Getting a lot of activity?
Oh, I have a lot of people coming by. Yes.
That's awesome. I have a client that I represent that is very interested in your property. Are you cooperating with agents? What is that?
Cooperating? Sure.
You are going to pay the commission on the buyer side?
Oh, I don't want to pay any commission.
Okay. Well, how about we just work out that there's a percentage in there that when we sell your house, you can cut it back to us so you can still make more money and that my buyers can take advantage of your beautiful home.
As long as I still make as much money as I want to. That sounds
Absolutely. How
fair.
much do you want to make?
I want to net as much money as I can.
Well, of course. Well, the good thing about working with an agent is we're going to bring you qualified buyers that are serious. Typically, for sale by owners want to sell their house to save money, right?
Absolutely.
And buyers that buy for sale by owner houses want to buy them at a discount because they feel like they're going to save money, right?
Right.
Does that sound like the perfect storm for you to make a lot of money? Not really. So why don't I bring you a buyer that is qualified, ready, and able, and with a quick close, get you an offer that works for you, and you'll still net a bunch of money.
That sounds perfect.
Perfect, Miss Robin. When was a good time for us to come by and check out the house?
This afternoon at 4 p.m.
Sounds great to me. I'll see you then.
Thank you.
See how the conversation's not difficult? You got to be okay internally, and this may not be your concern. It may be just something I project on people, but you got to be okay internally asking for the money. Raise your hand if you spent a ton of money getting your real estate license, getting the TAR, and all this BS, and you spent a lot of time in classes. 6 of you. Okay, great. The rest of you don't have your cameras on, and I don't know what you're doing. Hopefully breakfast is tasty.
So Dan, would you send that person that form before you brought your client?
I would send that person the form before I brought them an offer.
Okay.
Would it, Dan, would it be wise for us to run a CMA, and of course we can't get in it, you know, but at least know if they're overpricing already or if they're way under? Because if they're way under what we think we can get, could we approach them in a way like if they don't want to pay the commission? So that's okay. How about if I can get you what you're asking for now, and you have that, and anything more I can get, will consider that my commission. Would we be able to do that or not?
Yeah, it's actually what they call a net after sale bonus to the agent. That's one of the commission structures.
Okay, all right. I've heard of that, but I didn't know if it
I want to make
was
100
in Arizona.
anything after 100 grand I keep, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna sell this thing for $150,000.
And we can do that here in Arizona?
We can. I will tell you that Lisa will push back on you.
Okay, all right.
Because it's above the typical. However, have a conversation with her up front. Let her know what's happening. If that's going to be the best bet is communication. And speaking of communication, I'm going to give Kayla the mic for just a second here, because I know she's got some great news that she wants to pump out there that all of you need to pay attention to. Shake your head.
Prepared.
If it's just your picture, shake your camera so I can see your picture move. I wonder how many people actually picked up their phone and shook it because it didn't work.
Is it me? My turn?
Rock and roll.
Kayla.
Okay. Hi, guys. So I'm coming in today because all of you need to sign up today for business planning clinic. So David has taken it upon himself to actually just teach our agents this. And if you guys don't know, David is an amazing coach. And he's not even like touched the surface of what he can do for y'all. But so the region is putting on a business planning clinic, which I'm sure you guys have gotten from Raquel. But Keller Williams Southern Arizona is putting on our own business planning clinic that will be ran by David. And what we're going to do is it's kind of a hybrid class because part of it does need to be done in person. So what's going to happen is on November 10th, which is a Tuesday, it's going to be a 2-hour online Zoom class from 3 to 5, which David's going to go over mindset and prep. Now, he's definitely putting like his own bold twist onto business planning clinic. So it's not just going to be the basic business planning clinic. So mindset and prep is going to be on the 10th for 2 hours on Zoom. And then to follow up with that, the next Monday, which is November 16th, we are going to be doing a live in-person workshop. How we are able to do this is, so we've worked with Embassy Suites by Hilton, and we're going to divide you guys up into 2 sections. So David's going to be teaching this class twice, once in the morning and once in the afternoon, so that we can do a classroom setup and still be 6 feet apart. So we are respecting social distancing guidelines, but it's in person, which business planning clinic really does need to be. So you, on top of doing your 2-hour mindset and prep class on Zoom on the 10th, you will be signing up for November 16th. You can either do a class from 9 to noon in person, or you can do a class from 1 to 4 in person. The hotel it used to be the Radisson. It's on Speedway in Wilmot. So if you guys could, it's a $25 cost. You guys get all of the workbook materials. You will have to pick those up prior to the Zoom call, because David will start having you guys doing stuff in that workbook in that Zoom. So we will have those ready and prepared for you guys. So if it's something that you're interested in doing to get your business going for 2021 and really get an idea of where your numbers are and where you want to be, you need to be there. If you guys do have some reservations about the in-person piece, please let me know. You can send me an email and we can work something out. I don't know if we're going to be able to be live streaming BPC, but I can work with David if you don't want to be in person.
We're going to work out those details and get some other accessibilities for those. I know some people have families that are a little concerned on them being in mass gatherings still. So we are going to try to find a way to deliver the Jones in the best way possible for business planning clinic. It is something I have taken a few times, and I will take it anytime it comes around. It is one of the best things to do to set up your business. And it's great to do so right before the end of the year so you can start the new year fresh and have it start. So link is in
bring another agent, another brokerage. Is it possible or not?
I didn't hear a word you were saying. I was still talking. Go ahead.
So can we bring another agent from another brokerage?
Absolutely.
Is
if
it possible?
Please let me know, and get the link to Kayla. We were trying to do a KWSA thing, but we are an open book culture. We'd like to invite other agents. So
Kim, I've gotten approval from David. If you bring an agent outside of Keller to Business Planning Clinic, you will get not only your workbook for free, but also their workbook for free. So if you guys want to bring a guest in from another brokerage, and also build your downline, potentially your profit share, we will comp your workbook as well as theirs.
that's a great question, Kim. I didn't even know that until just now. I'm excited. You guys should all bring a guest that doesn't already work for Keller Williams Southern or something.
Kim, talk to me if you come in the office today.
He will. He'll be in the shop.
Okay, yes.
He's got a meeting with someone important. See you soon, Bo. Awesome. Well, thank you, Kayla. We'll jump back into this. It is Friday. We're going to do something great this weekend, and I want you guys to go out there and talk to some people about listing their house. I'm going to throw something at you, and I want you to catch it and write it down. For sale by owners / open houses. How many of you have ever seen a for sale by owners open house? Exactly. But they do. Now, this weekend, is it typically you're going to have open houses on a Tuesday or a Saturday? Saturday. What are you doing on Saturday? Laura, I love it. I don't know what I'm doing. This is where you can have the opportunity to go find some FSBOs. You don't even need to call them. You can stop in and check out their house. To answer your question, Teresa, we really didn't get to it. Absolutely. Do your research. Do a CMA. Know the information. If you pop in on somebody's open house and you just happen to leave by some information that might be valuable to them, isn't that coming with contribution? Isn't that doing what 99.98% of the other agents out there will not do? Everyone likes to get paid. I have yet to meet a single agent that was like, nah, you guys can keep the paycheck. So let's go do something to get paid and help others. Zig Ziglar said it best. The best way to get what you want is to help a lot of people get what they want.
I love that
People
thing.
get what they want, you will get what you want.
Mm-hmm. That's an awesome statement.
And for some reason, the mindset out there is that for sale by owners are in adversarial positions to us. So like we're not working against each other, but they feel like we are. Why does somebody for sale sell their house by themselves?
Save money.
Save money. Let me ask you, if you guys had some teeth pain up here in the toothes and it wasn't good, would you pull out a YouTube video and some pliers?
No.
Why not? Laura, you're crazy. I like it.
Unless I was trapped on an island like Castaway.
If you're Castaway?
Ew.
Talk to the island in your kitchen, though. The one that's like 3 miles from the doctor. You'd be crazy to do so. Why? Because the harm and risk involved, the pain.
Yeah.
What we find is for sale by owners think it's easy. HGTV is not your friend. They make real estate look real easy. When there's 906 odd forms that we have to use in real estate that we cannot give to a for sale by owner unless that we represent them. They think it's easy. Oh, I'm just going to go to a title company and have them do it. Okay, great. What about the other legal aspects that could get you in problems? Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, what about the inspections? What about your title reports? What about making sure that all the liens are cleared on the house? Oh, title will take care of that. No, they won't. They'll push it back on you, and how will you handle it? We need to reassert ourselves as the professionals. So it's the mindset. You can ask those questions when people are like, nah, I don't want to pay a commission. What question should we ask next? God, it's my favorite question, guys.
How much do you want to
About
make?
that concerns you.
What was that, Jason?
What about that concerns you?
What do you want to net? What about blank is it? Like, What is it about not paying a commission that concerns you? What is it about not paying a commission you're looking for? What's important about blank, right? Hey, Cindy, I just don't want to pay a commission.
I can understand that. What's important about not paying the commission?
Perfect. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna give a new one out there to try. Hey, Laura, I just don't want to pay a commission. I know you're on mute. Unmute yourself.
Okay. What's the question again?
See, Miss Laura, I appreciate you asking, but I just don't want to pay a commission.
Why not?
Okay. Is there a better way of asking a question other than why not?
What's important to you about
I
that?
want to know.
Yeah. That's good. That's why we're here. I'm pushing your brain. Yeah, Michelle has asked me to help out, and I'm doing so. I'm gonna give her a question next too, probably. No. I know she's cooking breakfast.
Laura,
I had
since
a
you're
question-
doing
I had a
those
question
small-
similar. I had a question. I'm sorry.
One at a time. Teresa started. Jason, we'll get back to you.
I had a question. I had a similar question with an interview I had yesterday, and his question was that if he gives me both deals, like selling and buying, or selling his property and I bring a buyer, will I reduce my commission? And I said, yeah, it's negotiable. And he says, well, this other realtor I've used in the past, she just charges me 3. I said, well, does she give all 3 to the buying agent? So, how does that work? And he goes, oh, when that happens, then she charges 6. I said, well, that's exactly what I, explained to you. That's what I do too. So sometimes it's just that perception, and that was, he was just all like, for a minute, a little bit of like an adversary, like, well, wait a minute. Yeah. So, and I said, well, does she just give all that 3 away? Well, no, in that case, she charges 6. So just by saying, oh, it's negotiable, but what, then asking the question, well, what does she do then? That helped to get over that. Just having them tell you whys and what's, and then it was okay.
There you go. It's don't be afraid to ask. Now, what do you mean by that? Or if they're a little bit more choppy, out of curiosity, what do you mean by that? Out of curiosity, what's important about not paying a commission? Now, Laura, you'll learn this. You want to stay away from why questions. Why questions instantly create an environment of negativity, and the person feels attacked. Why were you late? Why didn't you show up on time? Why did you pick red? Versus, what made you be late? What caused you not to be here on time? What made you choose red? Notice the difference in your own brain. You're like, oh, okay, I like red. Leave me alone. But versus, what made you choose red? Oh, well, red's my favorite color, or I wear red on Fridays, this kind of things. When we ask the question, what's important about that, it's different than why. Because it allows their brain to answer without feeling attacked. You can get a lot of information out of somebody by just keep asking them, well, that's interesting. What's important about that? Oh, wow, that's interesting. Out of curiosity, what's important about that? What makes you say that? This is one of the best questions you can ask to get more information. And if you frame it correctly, you can ask the same question 7 times. Right? What's important about that? Ooh, that's interesting. What's important about that? Oh, that's nice. I never thought about that. What's important about that? So let's ask questions, especially the first and foremost question you ask any FSBO, are you cooperating with agents?
Dan, a quick strategy they used to share with us, we haven't talked about this in a while, was to ask a for sale by owner if they would sign an agreement like over the weekend, and you would hold open house maybe Saturday, Sunday, whatever. And you're likely, especially in this environment, to get a buyer to get it sold literally, in a couple of days. So just a thought.
That's awesome. We don't need long-term agreements right now, do we? Hey, give me a week. Sign an agreement for a week. Let me do an open house. Let me run it. Let me give you all the marketing and stuff I can do. And if I get it sold in that week, would you be happy? on average, 90% of people that do a for sale by owner eventually wind up using a real estate agent. As long as you have the follow-up and you are top of mind with them, you will become that agent. Right now in this market is where we're seeing that 10%. Because again, there are 900 agents out there beating the pavement with buyers every day, knocking on these for sale by owners and saying, hey, I got a buyer. Can we sell your house? I'm one of those agents. I've done it twice this month. All hope was lost, and all of a sudden the neighbor wants to sell their house. Hey, I got a buyer. Are you working with agents? Yeah, we're just going to do the paperwork through a lawyer. That's interesting. What makes you do that? Oh, we've done it before, and it costs a lot less. Okay, about how much? Yeah, about $2,500. Okay, so what you're telling me is that you're willing to pay the 3% commission for the buyer's agent, and you're going to pay $2,500 for a lawyer to cover the other costs with an additional probability of higher rates, plus your legal fees. He's all, yeah. I was like, then why don't you let me handle the paperwork for a small percentage and you pay less? And I can represent the buyer and the seller and help you get through the transaction smoothly. Well, let me get back to you. Calls me back the next day and the wife is, how much is that going to be? 4% total. And she's like, well, that's $2,500. I was like, yeah, but you don't have any additional fee on top of that. Boom. Don't be afraid to ask for the money. What's the worst they can say?
No.
No. Does no hurt your feelings?
Yes.
A little bit. Laura, not at all. I like it. Stephanie doesn't hear no. People are too sweet to her. She's too sweet. But it's okay. If you're okay with the outcome, you're okay with the worst case outcome, they just say no, what's stopping you? But I want you to ask this stuff over the weekend. And next week, we're going to start working on this. What information, what technology, what tidbits, what tricks, what scripts do you need to know so that you'll pick up the phone and start making some of these phone calls? Because it's not always not knowing what to say. It may be the fear of what forms to use. It may be the fear of, I don't know how to start the conversation. I feel comfortable once it's started, or the fear of, I don't know where to find this. So start thinking about that this weekend. I'm going to cut you loose right now. I got someone waiting on me, but start thinking about what do you need so that you feel comfortable picking up the phone and making these phone calls. Friends, families, coworkers, previous employers. When was the last time you talked to the person that you worked with last? Or is there just weird air there? You don't work there anymore. Give them a call, chat with them, make friends, especially if it's a different industry. I got a text last night from a finance director that fired me. Hey man, you still in real estate? I am. And it was a good conversation. We're looking to sell his house here soon. I can imagine that his house is going to be in the 500 to 575 range. It's on the golf course right behind Noble Hops. I'm excited about it. But these are things, and that's a guy I thought I'd never talk to again. But for some reason, he remembered my name and associated with real estate. I can imagine things are moving in my direction. I want you guys to do the same. So what tools, tricks, tips, scripts, or technologies do you need to feel more comfortable picking up the phone and making those phone calls? I challenge you all to go do something great with your weekends. Go do something fun. I want to hear all the awesome stories. If you need me, call me, text me, email me. I am here for you. I do not have my son this weekend, so my phone won't be nearly as loud in the background. So
Can you send that link to the MREA?
Yeah.
I don't see it. Is it?
Oh, the MREA one?
Yeah, the last time you shared it, my cursor went MIA and I couldn't click on it.
You want the one that's the spiral bound or just a normal MREA?
The spiral.
Yeah, that one's $40, or the normal MREA is like $15 here at the office. So let me find it for you.
I guess I can just go get mine spiraled, and I like the one you had the tabs on it and all that stuff. But
yeah, mine's tabulated, but I think the spiral bounding cost you $5 or $10. I don't know. David did his. Kayla would know, but mine, I bought the leadership edition because it has the tabs. And I'm a quick reference guy.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Link to that's in the chat. I'll throw it in our group chat. But don't forget, November 10th, November 16th. If you're not signed up for Business Planning Clinic, I need you to do so. It's going to be a class you do not want to miss.
Okay.
From new to mega, it's going to be better for you. We don't have the time slots yet. We'll get that to you, Miss Adriana. So I'm going to cut you loose as soon as I end this. You're all gone. So do something great. Thanks for joining us. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.